Where means? Where means?
When.
Where means what? Come on, speak, man. Where means? What is where means? Are you there?
Yes, yes.
What is where means? Tell me. You are thinking.
No, so yesterday's class I missed.
That's great. Then continue. Right. Now, technically, what we have to handle here with numbers, because later we will discuss about the type, right? Because so here we are defining, suppose I said type of, later you will learn OBJ. And I want to know what is the data type of OBJ. Now you see data type of OBJ is a number type. That means even you have this P, it is considered as a number. So these numeric types means the conversion of the type, the return type will be number actually. For that we need to handle. So we need to handle general basic numeric number types. Actually, we have to verify whether it is a number or not by using this number keyword actually. That means if I want to know the value entered is a number or not, usually this type is important. So, or you can also use a function isNaN. IsNaN indicates that it's not a number, not a number. That means many times when you are asking the user to enter some values and configure them, then if they enter any wrong data type of value, how you verify actually? So one is we have to verify by using this type of operator. Another one is isNaN. Suppose we asked here some age. Suppose I declared a variable age, and into that user should enter some value. Suppose here it is 22. We write a condition. If type of age, so if type of age, right? So if type of age, we will write in a parenthesis, type of age is equal to, if type of age is equal to, in the quotes, you have to write this number. So this is the data type. Number is the type. Type of is an operator to verify, is it a number or not? If it is a number, then document.write. So we print, so age is some value. So the value, whatever it is present. Okay, so here, otherwise, we need to put some other message. So document.write, I will say that invalid. So invalid. Or so I just define that age must be a number like this. So this is to verify the type, data types. So you see age is 22. Suppose I defined some string here, and that means in double quotes or something, I entered something else. Then it will display the message age must be number. So that is verifying the type, the configuration of the types. So to verify whether it is number type or not. So configure whether the number type or not. So type of when you are using type of and comparing, these data types will play the key role. But you cannot restrict the type. Only you do some validation actually. Of course, through validation, you have to restrict. But in other programming languages, we don't need to do this validation. If I say age is integer, only integer is allowed to store. So, but in JavaScript, it will allow to store anything. Then later we need to compare the type and verify it. That's the approach we have to follow. So that is the reason we need to understand the type. And why it is now, remember, anything out of all these, that means if anyone asks like, what is the type of some 4E4, that means it is a number type. If anyone asks what is the type of, so like this, it is also a number. That means it is an hexadecimal. What is the type of O, some numeric value. So this is also a number. This is also a number. So all these configured and defined as number type, specified as number type. So that is generally how you handle and work with the numbers. That is general number type. And how to compare the numbers. So we have to use type of. Type of, so what's the variable? So variable name, it will verify and it will define the type. You can compare with these types and define them. So that is one option. Next, important, after understanding the type, how you configure and define the number type. Another one is string type. We will use all these data types in one program and we will see them. We will learn how to handle them. First, we need to know the concept about them. Next, what is a string type? Actually, so in JavaScript, latest version onwards, string can be a literal. String is a literal. Literal means it may be alphabet, so it may be number, or it may be a special character, special characters, combination of alphabet, numbers, and special characters. Enclosed in three options. We have double quotes, we have single quotes, and we have a backtick. We have double quote, single quote, and backtick. So double quote, single quote are already there. Backtick is a new option from ES5 onwards. From ES5 of JavaScript, we have this. So what is string representation? So double quote, single quote, and backtick actually. We need to use the combination of double quotes and single quotes. Combination of double quote and single quote actually. We need to do that. So by flipping the inner and outer string, for inner and outer string, we have to use double quote and single quote. Actually, so when you write path or say link something, and here I am defining, so anchor, and here I am writing some anchor and home. And I want to print it, document.write link. So this is a string with group of special characters and all. And inside this, it needs a href. Now, href needs a string, home.html. You cannot use again double quotes. It's not valid. If outer string is in double quote, inner string should be in single quote. We can write home.html like this. So that is the combination of outer string and inner string. You can flip that actually. So now you can see the link is coming here. The link is coming here. Link is displayed here. It's working. Now you can use another thing. So you can use outer string in single quote and inner string in double quote. Anyone is recommended. Anyone is used, because actually when JavaScript is used on different programming languages, on the top of different programming languages, some programming languages can restrict, not only programming languages, even editors also. Editor like VS Code, Sublimes, and all these editors. So generally what can happen here is the languages can restrict, these languages can restrict the strings with single quotes because they have the use of double quotes for another purpose. That means in their programming. In that case, people have an habit of writing single quote for string. Then we ask all our developers to follow the same standard. Then inner string is defined in double quotes. So we have to just flip between that. So both are valid only, both are valid. So that is inner string and outer string. How you configure the inner and outer strings and define them, right? Next important is how we manage the backticks actually, because these string with single and double quotes have a lot of problems. That means the problems is, suppose I'm giving var name. So name is equal to some John. And here I given var age is equal to 22. And var some message 1. So message 1 is equal to, here I am defining some message. I am writing in quotes hello, and I want to put this name. Then to a string, if you want to add any dynamic value, you have to concatenate with plus name. Okay. After that, I want to continue the string. So then I will put again plus. I will write here. So you will be. Okay. After that, again plus. And here I want to write some expression, age plus 1. That means I need to write a parenthesis, age plus 1. That is 22 plus 1. After that, again plus string. Now you say next year. Means our intention is to present that hello John, you will be 23 next year. That's what we want to display. That's how we have to define. Now, what happens here is, that's the basic thing we need to follow. Now, what should happen here is generally, so when you present this, you see a lot of issues are there. We will print document dot write message 1. So we are printing that message 1. You see a lot of space issues came here. Generally, we have an habit of giving the spaces. So you should not write a space after the string. These are called leading trails. Those leading trails will be deleted. So through string functions in future, they trim those spaces. That's the reason what we do is, for spaces additionally we add again a space like this. Additionally we write like this. After the name also, again we will put a space like this. After will be also, again a space like this. After age also, again a space like this. Now it looks better. But this is a lengthy representation, very complex representation, working with complex representation, working with this. Now, here, to avoid this issue, to make it more simplified, now in latest version of JavaScript from ES5 onwards, they introduced backtick. We have to write a backtick. In the backtick, you can write hello. Okay. If you want to put any dynamic value, you can use an expression. You can embed expression. Expressions are embedded by using dollar and curly brace. That is an expression. JavaScript embedded expressions are defined with dollar curly brace. This is not supported in double quotes. Here you write dollar, it will not work. Or in single quote. It will work only in backtick. Now here we can access the dynamic value and we can continue our string. So you will be, and again dollar and age +1. So next year. That looks more better. That looks more better. You can continue your string and you can embed the values here. At the end, I will put BR, line break. Okay. Here I am printing this message2 also. Document.write message2. And the message2 is also printed. And you can see. So this is also printed. And it is same. So this makes the string representation more easier. So it can present the string in a more better way. So we can configure that by using this technique. Backtick is used for defining a string with embedded expressions. Embedded expressions are defined in this way. So this is not possible for single quote and double quotes. So this is regularly used now for presenting complex contents. So we don't follow this technique anymore, right? One more point is there about the string is some characters are not printable. For example, so where path is equal to d:/images/ in that cars/ some range rover. So rover.jpg something. And I am trying to print this path. Some special characters inside that path are unable to print. You can see the slash is missing. So because those slashes have a separate purpose, separate functionality inside the programming. Already we saw that we use them for regular expressions actually. Then JavaScript will ignore them. JavaScript is going to ignore them. So that is the reason if any character is not printable, it is escaping printing. Then to print the non-printable characters, we have to use double slash. That means not double slash, slash again. One more slash you use to print a slash. Not only to print slash, any special character is not printing, you have to use a slash. And you can see now it prints correctly. It prints correctly. So that is the escape issue you will get. So to print, even suppose I am printing double quotes. Our intention is to print the double quotes. And I am using a slash double quote here and slash double quote. So it will print that double quotes directly here. So if anything is not printable, we have to define this. That's how we can configure and work with these types. So this is generally how we have to work with the basic data types. So we have a Boolean type, we have a null type, and we have other undefined types also, but number and string types. And how do we configure the numbers and string types? These are the basic number and string types. Okay. Next, what are Boolean types, null types, and undefined? Because we have to put all these in examples. First, we are learning what are data types. Then we will put in examples. Okay. So that we will see in our next session tomorrow. Because today now, I'm going to verify these exercise given to you. So I given an exercise to try all of you. Am I right? I hope only few people have done this